What up? What up? What up, internet? Who you are, where you be, where you at, what you see? It's the Pop Cult Crew coming straight to you with another week, another dose of X-Men 97 Season 2. I'm one of your hosts, Mark M. F. Jones, and I'm joined by...
This is Niels RY. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy.
Oh, no.
Oh, Mega Red.
Nice.
And this is Shannon, aka Employee of the Month at Lady Death Strikes Laserdisc Lounge.
Good job, Shannon. Good job, Shannon.
No.
And Pop Cult Crew, I am so excited to bring back two of our favorites, my brothers, Dr. Michael Stevens and the one and only Mr. Jeff Davis. It is so good to see you all and have you all back. And how fitting of it for y'all to come back as we bring back X-Men 97 and talk about season 2 of X-Men 97. So fellas, just wanted to give you a chance to say hello to the pop cult. Dr. Mike, you wanna start off and say hello to everyone?
Yes, yes. Well, thank you for having me on. My name is Mike, and I'm feeling fresher than Sabretooth's outfit.
Hey,
Come on
don't
now.
talk about
Come
his
on now.
outfit.
Hey Jeff, all right, turn to you.
All right. Jeff Davis, may not be the blurs you want, but I'm the blurs you need. And I do prefer Laserdisc.
Hmm. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Touche. Touche.
Mm,
All right.
mm.
Mark, are you cool with me like giving context for the episode?
Take it away.
And okay. I'm just gonna do a little bit of level setting. This is episode 5 of X-Men 97 season 2. The episode is called Weapon X Lies in DVDs. I'm sure the pop cult knows this, but in case you don't, it is a remix and homage to the movie Sex, Lies, and Videotapes. It's like a 1989 movie. The guy who directed Traffic made that movie. So it's a throwback. So I think you can kind of take out like, that was some interesting things that happened in that movie, and there was absolutely some interesting things that came up this episode. So just wanted to throw that little nugget out there for folks, and just some additional context. And I feel like it's important to bring this up because at no point does this happen in the episode. If y'all listen to our last episode where I talked about Uncanny X-Men 268, that was like arguably considered one of the best one-shot comic books ever, especially in the world of X-Men. It was all about Captain America and Black Widow. That did not show up at all. They just did a little cute like, hey, I know you probably read this comic book. Let me show you a little something, and then not discuss it at all. Not discuss it at all this episode. So, at some point, I should say now just a little bit about what that is, and then we can absolutely dive into this episode. And I'm assuming, Mike, I'm assuming you at least read it, so you might. Oh, yeah, okay, I know.
Did I read
So maybe
it?
you
Did I
can like
read
say
it?
something too. I don't know if any Jeff, have you read that
I have
issue?
not. I have not.
Okay,
Can
this will
can
be
I
fun.
just I just want to say
Yes.
this. Um the same feeling I got when I watched the what was it, the J.J. Abrams Star Trek film? What was that 2009?
Yeah.
I'm not a Trekkie, right? Star Wars all day. We don't even have to get into it. But when I watched that film, I was like, yo, I'm not a Trekkie, but I can tell whoever is loving
Mm.
everything. That little cup back there, that little alien
Hmm.
over there, this
Hmm.
guy doing that, him. I was like, I can tell they are feasting. Either the Trekkie and like I got the same vibe with this episode. I don't know a lot about the
Oh
comics.
yeah.
Nels is our comic book guy, but I was like, yo, comic book
Yeah.
fans are they're slopping it up.
So let me quickly talk about this issue, and then we can move on because we got a whole bunch of stuff to talk about. Real quick, Uncanny X-Men 268, arguably one of the best. This is all about Logan. He's not called Wolverine. He's called Logan. He is a mercenary, and he out here just causing mayhem. I think at no point in the issue does his claws come out. He is just whooping people, And Captain America is like at the time being Captain America, trying to solve America's issues because America be causing issues, and he be coming in trying to solve issues. And then he sees this Canadian who is trying to like save this diplomat's daughter from being kidnapped by, was it the Hand, Mike? I want to say, or some group trying to get them. And so like Captain America's like, I like this Canadian guy. He's rough, rugged, but he's precise, and he gets the job done, and he's focused. And they just cause mayhem in whatever part of Europe that they are for several pages.
That's
And
like
at one
Odd
point,
Couple.
Logan gets shot, and Captain America's like, "Well, he's dead. Let me go avenge him," and because that's what I do. I avenge people, so let me go avenge him.
My boy
And
Blue. They got my boy.
and they get like put in a tough situation. And of course, Logan comes up, saves the day, and he's like as they go off, they're like, "Oh, it was nice talking to you. Will I ever talk to you again?" He's like, "No," and then they disappear. And it turns out the little girl that they were rescuing turns out to be Natasha Romanoff, aka Black Widow,
Oh, nice.
and that's how the three of them are all connected. And so
Nice.
that's the story. Mike, I don't know if you wanted to add anything. That was a super quick version because I wanted to get to the episode, but
Nah, I was gonna
see
say
if
when
you
I
want
say
to add
you
anything.
ran it down, and it was one of those ones where you kind of like when you kind of look back on it, you realize how many different lives Wolverine, like Logan, has lived. And so it makes you kind of like, oh man, like you got that type of history and that type of backstory with folks like Steve Rogers and Black Widow. So yeah, when I say ran it down well, ran it down well.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Thank
you.
you.
Appreciate you. I will say, although not having not read the comic, like Wolverine was not my favorite. I think I might have said this last time I was on it for season one. He's not my favorite, but the energy I got from this episode was such of like, this is a powerful one shot. If they don't come back to this, not never again. Right now, as Wolverine properties go, I feel like most of them are like claws, yeah, killing, stabbing. But the best
Love.
ones you remember, Logan, 268, and season 2, episode 5 of 97.
You putting it up there? You sliding it up there?
It might have to be 2 because I ain't read 268, but my people say it's legend, so I respect y'all's opinion.
268 is legendary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying. So
phenomenal.
like it might be over Logan. I don't even know.
This definitely could have been like its own standalone animated movie. Like it just it. I look. We all love a connecting story arc, you know, especially this in an age. But it's nice to just be able to be like, here's a little something, just a little one off. You know, it can connect. It's good. When you're done, you wipe your hands from it. We don't ever have to talk about it again. And like, I really appreciate the first couple minutes of this movie. I was like, this is
Can't wait.
I was like, this is all
Got
me, buddy. I was like, where is the Weapon X series, dog? Because I need all this stuff that's happening in the helicopter. I need it all the time.
Duh, I know y'all had a ball because I did too. When I looked in this plane and I saw Sabretooth in the back, Lady Deathstrike, and more,
Jump.
just them, I was like, this is the band that we got for this episode. Oh, buddy,
Cooking.
let me get
Cooking.
comfortable. This is gonna be a blast.
That reminds me because I was gonna ask y'all like because I was thinking about this. So like if this was a video game or I think of there are side quests, but this was something like it was not a side quest. But it didn't necessarily the whole overarching thing is apocalypse and everything. So it didn't necessarily progress the main story. But it wasn't a side quest because in a video game, a side quest is like, oh, I'm just going over here and I'm literally going to get more weapons or coins or something. And this was way more important than that. And I'm like,
It's
what would this be like? It's better than a side quest, but it doesn't progress the main.
I think it's a DLC, Shannon. I think it's a whole separate DLC that you have to spend. It's not the full 69 and change, 69.99, but you're gonna pay like 37.99 for this DLC. Like that's the good 20 hours of content.
Yeah.
I was gonna say for my my anime heads, it's like it's not the main story arc, but it's like a filler. But it's a
good
filler
filler.
It's
episode.
a dope filler.
It's good.
Yeah, the filler is like it is like it draw you in, and it's also like informed and like kind of feeding back into the main story arc at the
Yeah.
same time.
It
Yeah,
is not
yeah.
Goku getting his driver's license. It is not.
Mark, One Piece, G8.
Is it G8? You know,
G8?
it's good.
Okay.
Is good. Solid. It doesn't have to. Let's keep it a buck. This didn't have to be. Well, we don't know where we're gonna go after this, but I feel like this didn't have to be in this season. I'm glad it's in this season. If I have to give it any pushback from where we start and where we end with Logan, I feel like we could have saw some of that. We could have saw him feeling like he's only a weapon, you know. I don't know. What do you guys? I feel like we could have saw some build up to get us here, and why he felt like he needed to get his antimanium, whatever, his metal claws back,
Adamantium.
his metal claws back. But other than that, I don't have any problems with this episode. I do think it could have used a little bit of build up somewhere, like sprinkle that in, like get us ready for this. But other than that, I don't really
I might have a time for you, Mark. I might have a time for you with the apocalypse. I don't want to. Maybe we'll get there because I think it's. I got my notes now, but I think this series or this one shot was so rich of character development, and the heart of it is about love.
Mhm.
So stick with me, and most of the Wolverine tropes are like stabby, stabby, rawr, I'm an animal. But when Morph hit him on that plane with, sad for you.
Mm-hmm.
You hear me? So
Mhm.
so he just got an adamantium back because he's made that his core identity. There's only one thing I know how to do.
Mm-hmm.
But what happens when someone finds their identity and they have to fight for people they love for? And then you put them up against this all-time, omnipotent, perceivably omnipotent apocalypse. Ooh, honey child. I'm gonna leave it there for a minute.
Dog,
Dr. Stevens, I'm
you
just
make a
saying.
great point, man.
Mike, what were you
I
gonna
was going
say?
I was going to say, Mark, the build up for this you actually find in the animated series. So the episode is called Weapon X Lies and DVDs. But in the original series, season 4, episode 16, there's an episode called Weapons, Lies, and Videotapes.
Come on,
Where
research.
Look at that.
Look,
Michael
that's-
Stevens.
doing the work.
That's in season 4, there's a whole bunch of stuff going on with Apocalypse, Dark Phoenix. So like when we was watching it at that time, that felt like another one of those, like it's like a filler. It's like a side quest. It's totally off script with everything. It's like the same almost everybody from that same episode is in this episode. You just subbed out like, so it's Sabretooth, Maverick, Wolverine, and
Silver Fox rocks. Silver Fox.
They end up getting caught up. They can't trust their memories. They don't know what's real, what's not. But there's some, they used to be a team. There's some sort of love, but then there's beef, whatever. And this is like, it's the continuation of that. But like, it just comes out. This feels like it comes out of nowhere. But then when it's like tied into what happened with him getting his adamantium removed, it's all like, who else can Wolverine go to? Wolverine can't talk about this stuff. That's why he's not talking about it with Morph. There's only one group of people who he don't tell them what he's going for. Be like, yo, I need to go here. I need to wreck some stuff.
Yeah.
Those are the only people he could actually be able to like get to wreck some stuff. So the buildup is back in, which is another reason why I love like 97, man, because they go back into the crates and then
The beginning of time.
But we talking about that PTSD now.
Well, that is the story of Wolverine.
Facts.
It's like, you know how you're dealing with trauma, but you got like one life and you're dealing with the trauma from that one life. Logan is dealing with trauma from multiple lives. This man is many, many decades old and has had a traumatic life in all those decades. So just imagine the buildup of trauma from trauma. Like, I mean, just from his time in Japan, he went through some stuff. You know what I'm saying? Just from the
heavy stuff.
Just from the Japan stuff. You know, it was bad. It was bad. He had a wife. You know what I'm
He's
saying?
supposed to be chilling. He's
He
supposed
had
to
a
be
whole
chilling.
life
in
chilling.
Japan.
He had a whole life over there. He had a wife and kids, and they killed them all. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's some stuff.
My
And
man
that's just from
can't-
there.
He can't
You know
go
what I'm saying?
get milk from the store without some stuff going down.
Right.
Yeah.
So, here come another assassin.
My
Somebody
man at
everybody
the
wanna
at the
smoke with him.
checkout. Hello, Wolverine.
Just trying to get some milk. I don't
We meet
understand.
again,
We
Weapon
just-
X. God dang, come on, man.
I'm just trying to feed my kids.
Because then he's got what, like World War II, it was like World War
Yep.
II, like you said, Japan stuff, Weapon X stuff, the
Mhm.
big apocalypse stuff, and then just the everyday traumas of
Yeah.
like, because I don't know if this happened in the comics, but like I remember in the movie, like in one of the movies or whatever, he maybe like end up killing someone that he loved like by mistake because of PTSD. Like his claws came
Yeah.
out, it was like a complete accident.
Mhm.
It was like, yeah, it's just like trauma all around.
And
Yeah,
now,
how many
and now
times he
he's
popped
like,
him Collins and he don't know what happened?
Yeah.
I'm laughing because like now he's like the maintenance man at this school. Like that's his occupation. Just like the everyday handyman just walking around. When they're not in missions, he's just playing with his bike, drinking beer, walking around the ground.
What's my man from oh my God, Abbott Elementary?
Oh,
The janitor.
no.
The
Mr.
janitor.
Johnson.
Mr.
Johnson.
Mr. Not
Wolverine
Mr.
is Mr. Johnson.
Not Mr.
Because Mr. Johnson be doing some shit.
Everyone else is teaching classes. Logan out there with a cigar pushing his car. Hey,
Y'all know how
y'all
to
don't
do
step
this.
on that. I gotta clean that up.
Oh,
man.
y'all don't
Put
touch
those
my
yellow signs
thermometer.
down.
Mr. Logan, where you going? To the club. I gotta go spend a little bit. I gotta spend a little.
They'll squeezing them up.
Yeah.
All right, back up there.
Right.
All right now. Hi, Mr. Logan. Hey, children.
All right, now, all right. Go on now, get.
I know Mr. Logan has 387 confirmed kills. Like, hey, Mr.
In
Logan.
the lunch line, he up there cutting the onions with his claws. Yeah, all right. It's mac and cheese today, y'all. Go on. Thanks, Mr. Logan. Bye. And he just goes to like World War II, Vietnam.
Boy.
Don't bring no
Weapon-
dirty shoes in this cafeteria. Don't bring no muddy shoes. So we don't want that.
Yo, I just see Logan like going through all his PTSD and like Professor X on the intercom. Logan, we have a vomit in hallway 7. Could you please clean it up, Logan? He's like,
Damn it, Charles. Not again.
Storm is teaching literature and Gene is teaching art. Oh, hey, Logan. Oh, yeah.
Cleaning up spillage. Oh my goodness. Anyways, can we nerd out about the team? Cause and Mike, I'd love for you to like share a bit because I don't know much about Team X. I just know that Team X exists, and I know some mainstay players in Team X. So like you mentioned in the animated series, we did see Maverick. Like Maverick, we've seen Maverick before. Maverick, and I think even for those of us who ain't even read the comic books, you've seen something with Maverick because he's cool looking. You know, and as little kids, we're looking at superheroes. We just pay attention to what's cool looking. And it's part of the reason I became a Green Lantern fan because, like, Kyle Rayner got a cool looking mask, and that was enough for me. So, like, Maverick has a cool looking mask. I really don't even know what the brother's superpowers are. You know what I'm saying? He just got a cool mask and a gun. If he had a toy, I probably would have bought it if I had money. So there's Maverick, and then of course Sabretooth and Logan. And I don't know if Lady Deathstrike has ever been a member of Team X. I don't think I've ever seen that before. That might have just been for the show. Yeah, and so like Mike, if you can nerd out with us and just talk like from what you know about Team X, because there's like 2 versions that I know. The one is like probably what this show's based off of, and the other one I know is from the Grant Morrison run, when there's like each weapon is a number, and Wolverine's weapon X, and then we meet Phantom X, who's like weapon 13, who even got a shout out in this episode. He was one of the DVDs that said Phantom X.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you don't mind.
Yeah, I was gonna say so. Team X and so like the Weapon X project, basically like building off of what happened with Steve Rogers, and everything was all about trying to like have super soldiers and stuff, right? And so then you start having that's how you get like introduced to this idea of like this secret project around like what like how you building these live like these living weapons. And so then Team X ends up being like basically like a covert hit squad of people who've come through this. So if you're if you are being informed by the animated series and kind of looking at that again, if you went all the way back to Weapons, Lies, and videotapes back in the animated series, they mentioned how Wolverine was the first person to get the adamantium claws, but then Sabretooth was going to go through that process as well. So like there was supposed to be like how they're creating like this group of people, and then they go send them off on these missions, go do all this sort of stuff. I do like.
So hold up, if he didn't go crazy, all of them were gonna get adamantium. If Wolverine didn't, with the helmet and the naked and killing everybody, then oh wow, okay.
All of them.
I understand why
like,
Sabretooth mad. I'd be mad too, dog.
Could have had Carl.
Ruined it for everybody.
So because they were picking people, they were trying to identify like superpowered people, mutant folks, people who had like high durability and like high healing. Because they wanted to again trying to like get people to be able to go through this adamantium process. So you got like the poster childs for healing factors and like Wolverine and Sabretooth, but then that's how you got Phantom X, that's how you got Deadpool, even Maverick. Maverick is like super durable and like in the comic books like absorbs kinetic energy and that like kind of gives him like super strength or something. And then RIP my man, I forgot my man who was in there in the beginning of the episode. He only had a little time, dead in like 5 minutes.
What was his name? Kane?
I think it's Kane. Yeah, Kane.
Hilarious joke, and then he died.
Yeah.
He was there for a good time, not a long time.
Yeah.
Literally.
Literally.
Nasty.
He ain't gonna be in Rush Hour 3.
Right, Shady? Right, Shady? He looked like he could do some damage. He looked like he could have been helpful with the Brood.
I was like this.
Yeah.
Then I was like
this
this.
and the guns.
I was like, wait, you forgot about that one?
But instead, we saw him impaled by a tree. Just with like, dang. All right.
No parachute, no nothing.
He didn't
Yeah.
even get to the party. Look,
Yeah.
this episode was a low. So first off, this creative team is cooking. But I'm like, the notes I had on this, it's a horror, it's a thriller, it's a mystery, and it's a love story.
Yep.
And then you throw in a little bit of aliens when you have everyone in the bunker and you can't see man.
That's
look.
where you, Jeff. That's where
And
you
you
got
start
me.
off, you got the Motley Crew, hey, and then I was telling him, and Sabretooth is here scratching himself. Man, it's like, what's
Yo,
up?
yes, yeah. Hey, in the
What's up?
beginning,
Don't
you got a
know
little
who I am?
predator. You got a little
Come
predator in there when in the helicopter. You got a little thing. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
come on.
It
Yeah.
ain't
Come on,
no
Mark.
lie in this podcast. We're
Cook
big
with me.
thing fans.
Cook with
so,
me.
So dog, I was like, I'm sold. Like, fellas, this so far is my favorite episode of the season because I love the thing and I love aliens. And I was like, bam, like and a little Wolverine on top. Like, where can I go wrong? I was sold. Like, I see what you're doing. I see we can't trust each other. Who are you? I was like, love it. Love every second of it.
I was low key concerned though because they had a little stinger in episode 4, and I was like, I mean, I shot respect to 268, but I mean, like now you're bringing in Cap. You started to cook with Apocalypse. Everyone just got back to the 90s. Like what? And and now I'm like, yo, you did it. You got me again.
Yo, it's almost like so for the longest, my hot take was always Captain America and the Winter Soldier was the best movie in the MCU for the
True.
longest
Yes.
because
Yeah.
it like had that departure and became like a spy thriller. And so like this episode did the same thing where like everything else, like it is all the like you're getting the X-Men experience through and through, but then you get to this one, it's like, wait a minute, is this horror? Is this a scary episode? Like
Yeah.
people dying at the top and like, okay, you got my full undivided attention.
And
Come
then
on.
Jeff, to bring it back to what you said, the love story, because fellas, we said it on the podcast. The internet came for us. We said, is Logan and Morph a thing? And the
I
internet
have a lot to say here.
blamed us for it.
Oh.
They
I have a lot to
massacred
say.
us for it. We got the TikTok comments to prove it. You're thinking too much into it. It's not that serious, dog. Hey, I'm just gonna say, I don't know. I
Check
don't know
the
after
tape.
this one.
Check the tape.
This is where I'll start. and then and I would love for y'all to help me piece this through. I was talking, shout out to Otis. I was talking to Otis about this. I was like, you know what? I thought what friendship was. I thought I had an idea of what friendship was. And then I just realized, nah, we playing with friendship. This ain't real friendship. You know what real friendship is? Turning into your boss's wife just
Mhm.
because your best friend needs to look at her. And here's the next level. And here's the next level. Since X-Men 97 started, Morph has turned into Jean at least 3 times.
Uh-huh.
At least 3 times. How many more times has Morph turned into Jean just for Logan?
It's more than friends. It's more
That's
than
another
friends.
level of friendship.
That's
That is
why
another level of friendship.
we special friends, Niels. We special
No, no,
friends
no,
at
no,
this
no.
point.
This is
We
another
wanna
level
be.
of friendship.
We want to be. I don't know. I got nose brothers.
Look,
Come on, Mark.
I will say this. Logan got it bad. He needed to call Usher, John Legend, John B, Marvin Gaye. This man is an alien hybrid. Logan, Gene. like,
This man,
like,
he was obsessed with the hive mind alien.
Gene's here.
Hey,
What, Gene?
Gene, he started talking English. Gene,
Like, come on, man. You could have played it off. He was like, Gene, is that you? Like, no, Gene's here. Gene.
The healing factor kicked in real quick.
Bro, come on.
Came back.
Got that sense.
Uh-huh.
You've been in the future. You've been like.
so they did something right. They did something. Gene and Logan did something right. They had to do something right. How? Come on now. Come on. How? This man was possessed with a insect hive mind and snapped out of it when he saw her. You can't do that from just a hug.
Look,
you know what I'm
Scott was on the
saying?
West Coast a little too long. They had to be on the break. Maybe he was feeling himself a little too much.
Logan just may have it bad, dog. He just, I don't know. He just might want. He just might be down bad for Gene. The fact you're an alien, you're a hybrid alien monster.
And here's the other part of this whole love story situation. And shout out to Morph. Morph's a great friend, and Morph is madly in love with Logan, and that's okay.
Madly.
But here's
That's it.
here's this next level. Lady Deathstrike is like, why are you really here? Why are you really here? And that level of question, I'm familiar with that level of question. Because that's how my wife asks me questions when she sees someone just walking up too close to me. Who are you? What are your intentions with my man? That was what Lady Deathstrike was asking Morph. Why are you really here? We all got ridiculous healing powers, and we all got issues with these people here. You just a friend. Why are you here right now? Because that's my man. You know what I'm saying? So
she called my man's Toto. She said, "Hey, Toto."
Yeah.
Look at here. But I'm gonna tell you. So this is the thing. So I was going back. I didn't go back as far as like the first, the X-Men, the original series. But if you go back to season 1 for 97, particularly that moment they kept showing it after Logan gets the adamantium ripped out. Who was by his bedside first? Morph was right there from jump. Now, I think it's one of those things where I'm not a member of the LGBTQ community, but it feels to me like it's not even kind of coded with the Morph is they use they them pronouns. He can morph into anybody. But if you are a person who again is trying to find their identity, this person got their soul sucked, if you will, by Sinister. They're coming back. The first person they see is like, Logan, you is my man. Now we were friends before, but I'm feeling something different. Ooh.
And Logan never gave up on Morph.
Never gave up.
The entire series, he never gave up on Morph.
The whole time. But Logan is like friend zoning Morph. And Morph is like, look, I know I'm thinking of my man's in Stranger Things.
Will
Byers.
Yeah.
Come on, Will. Thank you, Mike.
Come
Thank you,
on.
Mike. Because like Will knows he ain't never gonna get the one he want. But he's coming to himself and his own identity through that process. And Morph has reached a space right now in this story where they know who they are.
Mm-hmm.
They know the affection and the person that they want, but they also know they ain't ever gonna get it. Logan's looking every which way. He's like, my man, you was dating Yu-Gi-Oh right here. You still fiending for Gene. Use what'd you say, Mark? Use a whole ass alien species. And all of a sudden, the healing factor kicked back.
Yeah.
And so that love story,
Jeff,
though, for Morph to pull in his identity and help Logan try to find his own identity,
Jeff,
it's
I
deep.
feel you, and I agree to a certain level.
Come on.
You said friend zone. I think they've fooled around a few times. It
You
just
think
so
Morph went
happens.
Gene?
More?
Yes, multiple times, multiple
Yo.
times, and that's the real tragedy in this love story.
Okay, so was it was it Morph, or was it like, okay, Morph, you turned into Gene?
He's
Oh,
like,
Morph
Logan
turned
was
into
like,
Gene.
all right, Morph, we got about 25 minutes. Do what you need to do. Turn into Gene.
I don't know if he knew. I think Morph Logan probably put a few back because he was having a bad day.
Yep.
Some of his memories came back. I just need a little loving. Mr. Johnson came back, and Morph is like, I got you because I'm
Not the sachet in it.
Morph knows everywhere Logan goes. Logan ain't checking for them, so Morph's like, oh, here come Logan. He on one right now. Hey, Logan, I'm Gene. Man, look.
That's how it
Come on,
happened.
hey Mike,
That's
come
how it
on.
happened.
I know you've been
we
waiting.
just
I'm about to say, y'all are right. And then Morph has been like intentionally using his power to give Wolverine what he wants when he needs it.
Mhm.
And besides Gene, the other transformation that's important to note, Sabretooth. He turned into when Wolverine was down, and he knew what Wolverine needed. He like, you need to get your aggression out and fight. I'm gonna get some beers. I'll turn into Sabretooth. You get to have a good time. Like, it's there. It is there. It is
They
there.
love
it may not be healthy. It may not be healthy.
Oh,
But you
it
know
is
what?
fully
But it is
toxic.
there.
It
But
is fully toxic.
At the end of this, I think Morph is like, you got your own stuff.
Yeah.
You got stuff going on that I can't even help you with. But you know what? Morph gonna be all right. Morph gonna be all right, Logan.
Right.
Morph gonna be
Yep.
okay. Because I'm just sad. I'm not even disappointed. I'm not even mad. I'm just sad for you because you was a whole ass
I gotta
alien.
put me first, Lucius. I gotta put me first.
Oh, Joe, I don't want you. I don't want you no more.
Yo, that's so I was gonna ask y'all about that. Do y'all think that sort of there's gonna be this rift that maybe happens a little now? Because as we were saying, I think Morph is doing this piece where they're realizing, sort of coming into their self, maybe they've realized, hey, Logan, I'm in love with you, but I can see, like you were just saying, Mark, you got some stuff going on, and
You
it
too
is not
messy.
healthy. And then also, I mean, even if we want to say like bar for bar, big bar for bar, like they're essentially even now. Logan saved Morph's life, Morph saved Logan's life, so like they're even, on the big scale. And so now I feel like there could be this moment where, especially with Lady Deathstrike repeatedly calling Morph, what was it again, Toto?
Tomo.
Tomo, yeah.
Tomo, yeah, Tomo, which is what the animal that just followed the person around and this and
The
that.
little fox.
Yeah, the little fox. So I'm sort of thinking, like, is that going to start happening? Because Morph can sort of now realize, hey, I need to be somebody that's me, as opposed to attached to Logan. So I don't know.
I think it's interesting. So if you go back to what Lady Deathstrike said, she said it doesn't end well for Tomo.
Mhm.
Now, immediately you think about, oh, Tomo got.
Mhm.
But the more I sit with it, I watched the episode like 3 times. And I listened to it like 2 more times. But like the more I think about it, like maybe Tomo has to like break away because they realize like Morph actually has a stronger, and Shane, I hear what you're saying. I think Morph has a stronger grasp on their identity. Whereas Logan, you literally would have sacrificed every single person. Even though you went through your PTSD with the Team X, you was like, I can lose. All y'all can get it. Y'all can get got. But then he was like, Morph, why are you here? He wasn't planning on Morph being there.
Yeah.
He's like, my man's for real though. Why you here? And again, well, when you give me the sad face and like Morph turned to the Logan. But I think that's the thing. I think Morph realizes that like I actually can't really give Logan what he needs. At least not right here.
Hmm.
So, baby, I'm just sad for you now.
Yeah. Yeah.
A book. Yeah, I always, if you ever want to like, I always love the idea about like how X-Men and like the mutant plight kind of like get you to start thinking about like different groups and people and society. And the book I always tell people, if you start thinking like that, a book that'll really kind of like you will tap in really well. It's called The Ages of X-Men. It's Ages of X-Men, essays on the children of the atom in changing times. So it's a bunch of
Oh.
short essays, and it's doing like critical takes on different X-Men storylines. And there was one in particular where they talked about it was Fatal Attraction. So when Wolverine adamantium was removed by Magneto, and in that they kind of like they talked about the parallel between how Wolverine responded in the comic books was very simple. Like it was symptomatic of Wolverine struggling with like seeing his adamantium as like his like masculinity, as his manhood.
Mm.
And then what happens when that was taken away from him? And like the process of like how he kind of grieved it, but also like how he went about trying to like reassert this for himself. And the reason I bring that up is because like I think when you're like looking at this, like if you got that sort of lens on it, like, oh, Wolverine looked at his adamantium as like that I'm only one type of person. I only can do one thing really good. Like he viewed his adamantium and like that was the package about like his innate worth. And he felt like
Yeah.
that he lost that. And so what Morph is trying to do in this whole thing, like, yo, you are worth more than that.
Yeah.
And Wolverine can't see it because he's like, no, I want you know what I'm saying? Like
Gotta
now
pop them claws.
This is what I'm
yeah,
known for.
these calls need to be reflected, man.
Yeah.
And so
No,
he's so
Mike,
stuck on that.
you
X-Men
bring up
is the best, y'all.
you-
X-Men is the best.
It's
so
It's
good.
the best.
So
Nah,
yo.
you bring up a great point because I mean, as far as we know, as far as we've seen, no one's been like, damn, Logan, you ain't been the same ever since Magneto like did you like that, or man, if you only had your claws, it would have like no one's saying that to him. No one's ever mentioned that. It's him thinking like I'm not as good. I'm not on the level where I should be, and and Morph just sees that all at the end, like, dang, you're lost.
But
You're
Mark,
like,
no one in the
Sabretooth.
X-Men shit, no one
Yeah.
on the X-Men team has said it. But what is Sabretooth and what's her face? Kane
Lady
and not
Deathstrike.
Kane, Lady Deathstrike, but they were like, hey, after they got out of the plane wreckage,
they all
what's up? They
toxic
caught him
too.
quick. They were like, what's up with your shiny?
Yeah.
Sabretooth was like, you okay, little guy? What's
Yeah.
up? You know no shiny parts? And what did Logan do? Ain't none of your business.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But Sabretooth is probably the poster child of toxic masculinity.
Oh,
So like,
2000%.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? He's like, oh, you ain't got no claws, like
But he
so
was poking them
Yeah,
right
yeah.
where it hurt the most. And so
Mushing
Wolverine
them.
made a choice right then and there.
Yeah.
I'm getting my claws back. Ain't nobody stopping me. Like he just poked the right place at the right time, and Wolverine
Mhm.
was done. He was gonna get those claws back.
We're in
Man,
a dangerous
that is
situation. You ain't
I
got no
never thought
shiny
about it like that.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, I love X-Men.
Especially
Come on.
the toxicity of it. Like even the fact that like, yeah, you don't want to really tell them like, yeah, I ain't got them no more. But even if you think of the toxic piece of it, it's like in so many words, I lost a fight. And that's why I don't have it. So even then, like someone overpowered me. And so that's another piece because like as a man, I should be able to win a fight. And so I'm like, you lost him because of that. And then now you feel less of a man because you don't have him. But, yeah.
He was emasculated. He didn't just lose, he was emasculated. And then was in a straight up coma for how long? Because he came back with the beard, he got feral because of his healing factor went wild.
Yeah,
So-
there was months in the future or something.
That's right. That's right. So
It-
look, that's a deep cut.
You know the icing on this cake, we didn't even need this. I felt like somebody was just like, you know what can make this episode just a little bit better? Omega Red. Just like
Yes. Yes.
this episode didn't need Omega Red.
Man.
If you took Omega Red out, it still would have been a stellar
Fire.
episode. But you know what took it to the top? A little bit of Omega Red. Like,
Chaos.
what? Oh
More
man,
chaos.
it was
Can't
awesome.
ever go wrong with Omega Red pop on there.
Never. It's always great. It's like Omega Red and the Brood together. What? Oh my goodness. I don't even have anything to say except for Omega Red, the Brood in one episode fighting each other and both being the enemies.
Give it to
It
them.
was
They're,
awesome.
they're
It was
cooking.
awesome.
This team, like here's the thing. And I'll go back to more for a little bit, but I really hope when the X-Men become like are brought into the MCU, they are taking notes on this series. The command they have of these characters, like we just talked about Morph for 20 minutes. I
Mhm.
never talked about Morph for more than 37 seconds.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the Brood has been like, unless you were deep in it, I love me some Brood. The best I've seen the Brood come out, but that's like the deep space sci-fi. You in it. They know you're gonna read whatever you get. They have taken the periphery of these stories and made it the core and enriched the main characters that we know. And then you turn around and then Sabretooth was like, I should have got this one when he's in the tank anyway before the breed get him.
Yeah,
Come on, man. They're cooking. They're
No,
cooking.
a lot of callbacks, a lot of my personal theory is I feel like X-Men 97, this group of X-Men is the X-Men that is going to enter the MCU. I think this team, what we're seeing, this is what's going to enter.
Now, y'all don't hear what Mark is actually saying, though, because y'all are thinking the characters. That's not what Mark is saying. What are you actually saying, Mark?
What we're seeing, these people we're seeing, this team, that what they're going, this is the team that is going to enter the MCU.
He thinks there's going to be some type of dimensional rift that happens during X-Men 97, and that team of X-Men 97 will be the MCU team.
No.
Yeah. That's
Secret
what Mark.
Wars.
No, that's what Mark is saying.
No, I know. I'm saying that, but I don't think.
Money
But
now.
it's secret. It's Secret Wars. I believe. I agree with Mark. I'm Team Mark right now. Like I think because think about if you go back to Secret Wars, you have
Time to kick
multiversal.
Jeff off. Let
you-
me kick Jeff off.
I shouldn't. I was just checking the mic with the jaw. Right? Anyway, and so
Validation.
but when you have the incursion, because also we need this Black Spider-Man in here. I'm just saying, where Miles at?
We'll get Miles. We'll
I'm
get
just
Miles.
saying. I know, but Secret Wars is how you bring everything together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Brand
And
New
then-
Day is probably not to jump around different properties, but we'll probably get Miles in Brand New Day. We'll probably get
Really?
something Miles related. Yeah, they got
Mm-hmm.
to. At this point, Tom Holland ain't doing. Look, Tom likes Spider-Man. He don't love Spider-Man. He like his wife.
Like that check too.
And
that
you know what I'm
check,
saying?
too.
I'm sure he likes the money, but he likes his wife. He probably is like, I'm not doing another one unless you bring in another Spider-Man.
Now,
At this point, so.
how long Hugh Jackman been Wolverine?
Oh,
As long as them checks keep coming.
Yeah.
Like,
But
That
X-23,
part.
X-23 exists. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't
they ain't
mean
brought
there
him
will
back.
ever not be Peter Parker. You can keep doing Peter Parker, but you need to have Miles Morales. There is an entire Spider-Man movie series that is outpacing almost every other superhero movie except for the live action Spider-Man that is killing it right now. And the main character is the Black Spider-Man. They are going to put it in live action because of money, just because of money. So, like, if money is the motivator alone, Miles Morales will exist in live action.
I hear you.
And
And not right now. Because they already know that what's her face is from Stranger Things is Jean Grey. She's just walking around Manhattan. Why you in Manhattan? Peter basically is mutating. The story ain't about another Spider-Man. The story's about blending the universes, getting the mutants
do you really
out.
think she's gonna be Jean Grey? You think she's gonna be Jean Grey for real? I don't
oh, you
think
got
she's
a
gonna be
redhead
Jean Grey.
walking around New York.
She a
in a Marvel
redhead.
movie.
wearing
Every
red.
redhead you
You
see,
ain't got no
every
business in
redhead
New
you
York
see,
being a redhead unless you Jean Grey or Mary Jane. Now,
Oh.
no, yeah, I don't think she's gonna be Jean Grey.
there's
Now,
no
unless
redheads.
it's
Check
gonna
the
be
sisters
on the
now.
ground,
There's no
then I think
redheads in
that
New
you
York
got
with
to.
Mary Jane.
But Peter's like, what's happening to me? It's coming out of my arms. I don't understand. I just have these instincts now. You need someone to talk to, baby. Who understands you? Who understands what this life is like? Hey, did you know we actually have
Bruce
school.
Banner.
We
That's
got
why
a
he's
school.
in the movie.
Bruce ain't no
That's
mutant.
Bruce Banner. It's not Jean. It's not Jean. No, it's not Jean.
I
Mark,
refuse.
Mark and Shannon, call me
Hey, we
When
got
Brand New Day come out, we're gonna get
we'll
we're
be
gonna
up
get
back
on
on
that
the
spoiler
podcast.
podcast. I'm gonna just say.
Hey, one thing, fellas, that was just great podcasting right there. That was just phenomenal. I want to take it to the episode. There's so many Easter eggs in this episode.
So many.
One thing that I loved, and I want if y'all remember this, Logan mentioned the episode. I think it was Out of the Past, the first Lady Deathstrike episode in the original series. Do y'all remember? And I hope I'm not. This isn't a Mandela effect. I'm making this up. I swear that episode aired prime time.
It
Like
did.
it came on the
It did.
and
Yeah.
it was the same. They also did that episode, and that was the episode where they debuted Lord Zed for the
Yes,
Power Rangers.
with
right?
Power
Right
Rangers.
after, right?
That is correct.
I'm not
That is correct. We went to Pizza Hut that night. I remember that night. It was one of the best nights of my life.
Tell as a child, Power
Yeah.
Rangers on at 7
Oh.
p.m. at night, X-Men on at 8 o'clock at night. What are you talking about, bruh?
Best night of my life. Oh my goodness.
Dog, such
Man.
and
I had a personal pan. I got it from Bucket. I got, I did all the reasons. I got my own little personal pan pizza for dinner. Just, I'm gonna watch Power Rangers and X-Men with the sundown. Come on, now.
For our younger listeners, I don't know what the numbers are for X-Men, but fellas, I came across a statistic. Power Rangers and X-Men, this was like peak television when we were growing up. It was like this, Spider-Man, Batman, and like maybe Ninja, whatever. But I saw a stat, fellas, at its peak, Power Rangers, 45% of 6 to 11-year-olds watched Power Rangers in the United States.
That's crazy.
Nearly half the children.
45%?
45%.
That's crazy.
Nearly half the children in existence in the country watched Power Rangers.
Mhm.
What was the age again, Mark? What was the
I'm
age?
pretty sure it was 6 to 11-year-olds.
Okay, because look, I was not messing with Power Rangers because I was mad that they tried to steal Voltron. I'm a little older. I got a little bit more salt and pepper than y'all. But I'm like, man, these like bootleg ass like Voltrons, they ain't doing nothing. I was upset.
But
it kept coming back though, so that's a great point.
I bring that up because the fact that they paired X-Men and Power Rangers prime time television, like
huge.
It's not Netflix. This isn't streaming. Like this is the most eyes are going to be on TV at this time. We're going to show a new episode of this X-Men cartoon and this silly karate fighter show, and like that's crazy when you think about it. That's insane. Yeah. That's like when Seinfeld and Living Single and Martin were supposed to be on Power Rangers and X-Men. That's crazy.
And still pulled big numbers. Like
because now you put the parents in.
Yeah. But that's wild because I'm like I mean, I could see that because growing up, I mean, like everybody watched Power Rangers, and then and I mean even now, it's repeating. My kids are now watching it. My kids are 3 and 7, and they are, and do want to let y'all know, I did traumatize them. I let them see the Green Ranger episode, like, or the Green Ranger series, and so they had
it's an important rite of passage, Shannon.
Mm-hmm.
You did the right thing.
Yeah,
they have to learn at some point. They have to learn.
That baby don't deserve that at 3.
Yeah, so now they've gotten through the Green Ranger portion, but even with that, they are all about Power Rangers now. Just all about it. They want the toys. They're asking me stuff about the future. Does he ever come back? I'm like,
well, I'm glad you asked.
Yeah, I can't believe you did that to your
now,
son. You showed him the Megazord go, and Tommy in there effing him up in the cockpit. You're like, yeah, look at it.
If y'all ever seen Bird Box, you know how like the person hold their eyes open, like, look at it.
Yeah, look at it. Look at him. He's in there. Look what he did to Alpha. He's in the command center.
Yeah, man.
Well,
y'all, anything else about this episode?
Well, I want to, because I have comic book experts here.
Yeah.
The DVD scene where we see all these DVDs, labels, I recognize some of them. Were there any that stood out to y'all?
I'll start off with the ones that I saw. So Winter Soldier was one of them.
Yep.
I'm sure most folks saw that. X-23 was there.
Yeah.
I think the cool one that I saw was Phantom X, Because I don't know how many people know about Phantom X, and he's a cool looking mutant. He's just really cool looking. Isn't he French, Mike? He's French, right?
Is he
Yep,
French?
he's French. It's like give you a I would almost say like what people like about Deadpool, you also get in Phantom X, except Phantom X will give you a little bit more of like an intellectual banter, but still like still Merc kind of energy.
So
Mm.
he'll talk while he's beating you up like Spider-Man, but he's French. So he's smooth with it. But annoying at the same time. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, just beat me up, dude. And he got double, like, it looked like Desert Eagles. And you know, like he's just doing this thing. So
Got
Phantom X,
it.
I really appreciate seeing him. Those are the DVDs that I saw though. I didn't see any other, or I don't think I knew the other ones that are there. Like I think I saw not Paramore, something. I ain't.
Silver Fox was there. I tried to write him
Okay.
down.
I
I
saw
saw
Ant. There
yeah,
was
I
Yeah,
Ant.
Ant was there.
yeah,
I
and
don't
I'm like
know. Is
I
that
don't
Ant
know.
Man or
Yeah, I don't know these, but I saw Mastodon, Cyborg. Just Cyborg, the spelling of it just stood out
yeah,
to me. So I'm like, I don't know who they are.
Like
Mastodon, Cyborg.
Cyborg, like PSI,
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
Cyborg.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Cyborg.
And then Weapon 6.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's actually I got the scene queued up. It's actually weapon 17, it looks like, or 18. It's X, V, and two or three eyes.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, so
Okay.
8. So that'd be weapon.
18.
Yeah, 18. But they did have seven
V is
also.
5, isn't
They
it?
had 6 or 7
Yeah,
also.
5 + 3 though.
So that's 8.
It's
Am
yeah,
I
but it's
tripping?
an X first. X,
X is
V,
Oh, my
10.
bad. There
I.
was an X there. Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Aurora, eight and Ajax
Does
were the
any of
other
that
two.
like call out to y'all? Does any of that stand out?
Is
Ajax is
Aurora
something.
from Alpha Flight?
Maybe. It sounds like it.
Oh,
Aurora might be from Alpha Flight. I don't know who Ajax is, but Ajax sounds familiar.
yeah,
Mm.
those are y'all were good. Y'all got the big ones. And obviously, Silver Fox was on there too.
Aurora is the lady from Alpha Flight.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
Which would be
And
cool because then they Morph turned into two different people from Alpha Flight in that
Oh,
episode.
that's
So
right.
like the Alpha Flight thread was in there was that was something I didn't even peep until we just
Yeah.
where
It's
where do y'all think we go from here? Like, cause if
Ajax is the bad guy from Deadpool.
oh
Really?
yeah, 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 yeah.
When he was like, "What's my name?" Every time he was like, he ran to Deadpool. He's like, "What's my name?"
The guy who
That's
he couldn't feel
ironic.
pain
And
or
he always
whatever.
called him Francis,
Yeah,
right? But his
yeah.
name's Ajax. Yeah, that's
okay.
that's that's who it is. So it's Deadpool's bad guy.
But I wanted to ask, where do you think we go from here? Because the one thing I'd be disappointed if there's no growth. Uh
Mm,
and not necessarily see, I'm of the, you know, of the team like just because a character makes a mistake doesn't mean it's bad writing. So like if Logan doesn't grow from this, I don't think it's like a waste or bad writing, but you have to show me why he refuses to grow from this. But I
mm.
hope that's not the case because
The character arc.
I think Morph is definitely growing from this. We're gonna see. I think Morph is still Logan's my boy, but
Hmm.
I'm moving on to bigger and better things. But like, what do y'all think we go from here?
I mean, I think I'll go back to what Dr. Mike said. I think it comes back to masculinity and to your point about the story arc, Mark. I think Logan's strength, just layer on the masculinity here is his shiny claws and his adamantium. He found it, he thought he had to get it back. And remember the last scene after Moore says, I'm sorry for you possum claws, and he does it in a way that it's a mirror reflection, and he sees himself in that moment. And he doesn't have it in himself to say anything, but I think Logan's arc moves from here in terms of how do you accept that you are more than just your shiny claws. You are more than like the feral beast and things that they want to call you. You're more than Weapon X. Literally, the facility just blew up to the ground. What do you have nothing else, so where are you gonna go? And I think my guess here is that like the arc becomes Logan finding purpose, finding his self, finding his identity in a way that again what happens when you give a Stone Cold Killer purpose and heart and someone to live for or ride with? I think unfortunately Morph might get got, but or get put in a situation where Logan has to be like, actually, I do love him, and Apocalypse and all y'all gonna get these shining claws in every single way. Because the only person that stopped me, that emasculated me and lost that fight, Shannon, was who?
Mhm.
Magneto.
Magnus.
What Manning said, y'all.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry.
Too soon.
Sorry,
Too
Charles.
soon.
Yeah.
Ooh. So that's where I think it's going. I think if they do it right, they're like Logan's arc will peak and meet with Apocalypse, and it's gonna be
Mm.
I'm gonna double click that. So one of the what's going to be interesting is I think later on we're going to see like we know we all waiting for when Gambit come back as a horseman.
mhm,
Yeah.
mhm,
Yep.
But
mhm.
Gambit is not the only X-Men who's been known to be a horseman of apocalypse. Others include Polaris and Wolverine. I
Oh.
I'm just
And that's
saying.
why we got so much Polaris with X Factor.
I'm
Yup.
saying I think
And she's
it,
already questioning where she should be now.
I
Mike.
think I think a tough because they Wolverine was death
Death.
in the
Wolverine was death.
in the comic books, but I think we're alluding to Gambit being death, like Gambit dying and coming back.
Mm.
But if I'm just gonna go out there, like I think it wouldn't be a far stretch to see them maybe have Wolverine be War.
Oh
That
yeah.
makes sense.
Oh
War, I
That
yeah.
makes
mean,
sense.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Mm.
So
Who
I
would be
mean,
the fourth one? It'd be
mm,
an external, someone random.
could be somebody random. I feel
What?
like.
Shannon,
mm,
what's that blob guy you always talk about?
Blob Herman.
Yeah, Blob Herman.
Polaris, Wolverine, give it. Blob Herman.
Yeah.
Just chilling.
Yeah.
yeah.
Me, Blob Herman.
Yeah.
Wow,
I
Like
mean, no,
Mike,
that's
that
how he
is
talks.
they're like
Yeah.
war, death, and he's just gluttony or something. Not really, not really one of the, but okay.
I will eat all of you. Get in my belly.
you want me to just stand right here? He asking Apocalypse question. You want me to just sit right here?
Is that
Or you want me to
right
just Did I do it? Did I
Blob
do it?
Herman. Got him.
Wait.
Great work, Blob Herman.
Did Apocalypse bring any horsemen back to the 90s with him? I don't remember in that episode. Was he was just like, I'm out. Good luck, y'all.
Well, when the first episode, when they were in the future, he just like lasered out and went back in time.
Okay, so he didn't
Um,
take any of the future horsemen with him.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Okay. Oh boy.
I think that's where when he went back, I think that's where he ends up going like you get
Mhm.
Gambit. But then in that time, like war is gone because X-Force killed War.
Mhm. Mhm.
And
So,
They
Mike,
sure did.
do you think I assumed, and I think I
Mhm.
probably read too much in the fact that the episode was called Age of Apocalypse, that we were going to get some Age of Apocalypse, but it looks like when they all came back in time, it's just like regular, like it doesn't look like an alternate universe like Age of Apocalypse type stuff. Did you? So I was curious if that was something you thought might come up.
I mean, I feel like if they're going to do Age of Apocalypse, which I think would be good, but I feel like you got to give that a whole
That's a whole
season.
series. Yeah.
That's a whole
Uh-huh.
season.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You can't do that in 1 or 2 episodes.
Nah. Like, what would you say? And they already kind of did Magneto getting with Rogue. They already, you know what I'm saying? They already did that. So,
What if
yeah.
Age of Apocalypse is season 3? They said Bo had two and some chains in the chamber.
Yeah, 3 and
That'd
4
be
is
wild.
3 and 4 about is they can hit 3 and 4. I think they got that ready. So
Wow.
Nils, before we wrap up, I just want to say one more thing. As an animation fan, I think animation gets its praise when the voice acting's on point or when the action's really dope. But I love in animation when there's good acting, right? when the animators act. They make these characters act, and like the looks Logan and Morph give each other,
Yeah.
and just the silences are really good. But one moment in particular in this episode that I like cheered for, and I loved it. It's when they're going through the facility and they're like they see all the dead bodies and everything. And Maverick, it's like a shot like Maverick and Morph are looking at something, and I think it's like a dead scientist. And Maverick sees the dead scientist, he just takes the gun and hands it to Morph.
Yeah.
You don't even say nothing. He's like, "Yeah, you gonna need
Yeah,
this.
you don't need that, bro.
You don't- I don't know.
Morph
what's in
didn't
there,
say. Morph took the gun.
He just took the
Because
gun.
Morph's an X-Men. Morph took the
but
gun.
Morph got powers.
Kept it
dog.
moving.
Morph can turn
What
into
time
the
was it?
Hulk. The thing, yeah,
Thor.
let me get that. Let me get.
Yeah.
I was just like, I love that moment. Dog. No talking. Just like, yeah, you take this. We gonna we in for some stuff. I don't know what we in for, but we in for something.
Well, and it came around too, Mark. So when they get to the adamantium chamber and they find Maverick, and Maverick's like, "Yo, we got to go. We got to," and Morpheus like, "Not yet,"
Yeah,
and just kept on moving into that space. And Maverick was like, "No, no,
I seen
I
it.
mean,
I
I
seen it.
seen it. I
We
seen
got
it all."
That will be us. And mind you, he has healing powers. He's like, nah, this is something else. This is another level right here.
Sabretooth and Lady Deathstrike was right. It's like, we got to go.
Yeah, yeah. No, I just loved that. That made me laugh. I was like that has I feel like in a live action thing, Alien, something like that's a James Cameron shot. That's a Steven Spielberg, like that was a great acting moment animation that I really love.
That's a great call out.
My thing for me, I'm like, I know he's not officially one, so to me, I will say Morph is an honorary Omega level mutant in my
Ooh.
book because like truly he like we saw what he does, like he can turn into like anybody, which also my question is sort of okay, so does that mean he has met every single one of those people, and if that's the case, they are in the universe, so it's not, he's not just making people up.
Does Morph have to meet or touch like who he turns into?
I was wondering about
You
that.
have to touch and agree.
Because it's a difference.
I have no idea. Morph, look, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I ain't never seen Morph in the comic books. I ain't never seen him
for the animated series.
Oh,
That part.
okay.
I don't know what that man could do. When
That
he
part.
turned into Sasquatch and was actually strong and
Yeah.
fighting like the giant mutant polar bear or whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
I was like, oh, this is another level. Mystique can't do that. You know what I'm saying? This is another level kind of shapeshifter. So
Yeah.
I don't know, bro.
Is he
You
just
tell
vibes?
me.
Is he,
You tell me, Shannon. What can he do? I don't know.
is he just
But to
get
me-
into the room and it's like the vibes and the aura and it's like, I got you, I got you, I got you. You got to go to one picnic and you got like 47 powers.
Yeah. But to me, that's why I'm like, he's an honorary Omega level if he's not officially, because
That makes a lot of
that's
sense,
the other
Shannon.
thing I think we all noticed, because what he also has the power, like he has their power as well, like we get it. You're not going to be as strong as Thor, but still, if you're like, I can be sort of as strong as Thor, sort of as strong as Hulk.
It ain't bad. That ain't
Yeah, that ain't bad.
I would love to be sort of strong as Thor.
I'm like, that's Omega level enough.
They went toe to toe with Sabretooth when they started talking about Logan.
Mhm.
And then you remember they like stabbed the sword into the wall and then it's all like melting or whatever.
Mhm.
So it's like that. Maybe that's the extent of it. It's not an illusion, but it's like a heart illusion or something. I don't know, but
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, that's what I'm like, more to me.
Yeah.
At least honorary Omega, because
I like that.
everything they've done is they have the power as well. Which, because that's the thing with Mystique, right? Mystique is like, I can look like the person, but that's about it. Like I'm
Yep.
not gonna, yeah.
Awesome. Well, gentlemen, it was great. Can't wait for more X-Men 97. And it was great to be joined by Dr. Michael Stevens and Mr. Jeff Davis. My brothers, y'all are, as you know, the door is always open. Whenever y'all want to come back, come back. We will greatly appreciate it. So thank you all, and thank you, Pop Cult. Thank you for listening. We have a new episode every month. You can find us on all social media at Pop Cult Crew, POPCULTCREW. Email us at thepopcultpodcast@gmail.com. Become a member of the Pop Cult at our Patreon at patreon.com/popcultcrew, where you can see all of our full video episodes. Don't forget to rate us, review, and subscribe. And as always, join the cult. Peace.
Back to the
Hey.
90s.
Yeah.